Assalamualaikum. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Afifah binti Anwar and my metric number is 056577. I am from Group 5, which consists of 9 group members. I will start this presentation by giving a quick summary on our project. Our group has chose Allianz Malaysia Berhad AMB as the Corporate Social Responsibility Project Operator Company, which will be explained in detail by my teammate Afika. Back to our executive summary on this project named as Care and Save the Flood Victim Project under Allianz4Good, which focus on helping communities of Kuala Nerus, Terengganu with the possibilities of experiencing flood in the upcoming monsoon season 2023. This project will include 3 phases, including before, during, and after the flood disaster event. The first phase, named as the preparedness phase, would operate main activities to help in preparing this unexpected tragedy, which include the collaboration with National Disaster Management Agency (NADMA) in flood forecasting alert to help the affected communities for having quick access for the alert. Under the preparedness phase, the potential high-risk victims, such as those who have critical illness and disabilities, will be identified, and the medical assistance team and flood emergency response team will also be prepared for any possibilities that would occur. Next, the response phase, which took place during the flood event, includes the emergency response teams that would be mobilized to the affected place to make sure all individuals, especially those who identified with critical illness and disabilities, are able to reach the hospital and the flood evacuation center by 4x4 vehicle or other accommodation prepared by Allianz Malaysia Berhad AMB. Meanwhile, in the flood evacuation center, the volunteers and medical assistance team will deliver the first-hand rescue and assistance for the flood victim. The recovery phase will help the flood victim to recover from the tragedy by giving subsidies for mechanical clean-up costs for car owners, house cleaning, numerous aids, and provide claim procedures for Alliance customers who are affected. I will pass this presentation to my next teammate, Afika.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Afika and I will continue for the next part, which is our company's background. So, our choice of company is Allianz Malaysia Berhad. Originally, Allianz Malaysia Berhad, or shortly known as AMB, was a subsidiary of the German Allianz Group, which founded back in 1890 at Germany, with a total of approximately 155,000 laborers worldwide, and so far served more than 126 million of customers over 70 countries. AMB is actually a leading and fast-growing general insurance, offering a various and diverse range of products and services to meet the need of all customer segments. What segment do we have? There's a lot of segments we offer to our customers, including personal lines, small to medium enterprise businesses, and large corporations. AMB also provides insurance products and services through its subsidiary, which are Allianz General Insurance Company Berhad and Allianz Life Insurance Malaysia Berhad. We become an agent which provides 4 main services such as life, health and saving, home, motor and travel, liabilities operation and protection, and also group protection and personal accidents. Each of these segments offer a variety of benefits to guarantee a life protection from any damage and danger of customers' property and well-being. Next, let me introduce you to our boards of directors, which contains of 9 members. First on the chart, our chairman Nur Suraya. The upper line would be our CEO Raja Nur Amira, with the production and manufacturing department senior manager Nur Afifah and the PR communication department senior manager Nurul Afika. Next, also on the upper line of the chart, our COO Nur Lisa, with the marketing department senior manager Nur Fatin Najiha and research development department senior manager Nur Akila Farhana. The last one on the upper line of the chart would be Siti Nurauda, the CFO of our company, with Nur Atirah as Finance and Accounting Department Senior Manager. All of this line of board of directors work hard to improve the company's function and performance to guarantee a secure future of our customers. Next, we move to the vision and mission of A and B, which we stood on the same place since the company was founded back in 1819. The vision of our company is to win the heart of the customers by offering services and products that inspire them to face the challenge ahead of them, as well as having compassion for them, people, and the community that we serve. While our mission would be that we would like to become a company that gives an assurance and secure the future of the people by being more open, honest, and easy to deal with. With that, we will ensure that the company is operated with excellent services to the customers who put all their faith on us. That's all from me. I shall pass to my next team members to explain further.
Hi, my name is Rajanur Amira and I will keep going to explain on the background of the project. First and foremost, as part of our CSR, AMB will carry out Care and Save the Floods victim under Allianz4Good with the goal of assisting the flood victims in Kuala Terengganu in 3 phases: preparedness, response, and recovery. I will start by explaining the early phase, which is preparedness phase. Preparedness phase is the first phase as it took place before a flood occurs. We have identified several main activities highlighted to be important in this phase. Okay, our first activity that we will do is we collaborate with National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, with the aim to get information of flood forecasts and warnings, and Alliance will be among the first to be reached out by NADMA. This is an important step for us to be able to prepare our flood emergency response teams to quickly go to Kuala Terengganu. Following that, we create volunteer teams made out of members of public and alliance workers who volunteer to join the teams. We give priority to people who live in Kuala Terengganu so that we may quickly deploy them when the flood hits. Medical experts are another group of volunteers to have so we can give the victims immediate treatment and ensure they have access to the medication that they require. Additionally, we offer education about the hazards of disasters. It provides guidance on how to evacuate, including where to go and how to get out, as well as fundamental flood protection. In an effort to raise awareness on the flood risks, we also provide flood survival training for at least one representative of each household in Kuala Terengganu. So the representative would be more prepared to save their families from flood after completing this training. And our last activity during preparedness phase is identify potential high-risk victims in Kuala Terengganu. This activity is crucial because it will speed up the process of saving flood victims and provide them emergency aid. A pregnant woman, person with disabilities, and newborns are our priority. This stage want to make sure that the individual mentioned are receive proper attention and care. So my friend will continue to explain another 2 phases.
Hi, my name is Suraya Maula Bahanuddin and I will continue my presentations on the other phases, which are the response phase and the recovery phase for the Save and Care for the Flood Victim projects. Once NADMA released the first flood warning, our emergency response teams will be mobilized to affected areas in Kuala Terengganu immediately. One team will evacuate the people in the priority list. Meanwhile, another team will assist the representatives of households that had taken the flood survival training to evacuate their families and the rest of the people affected. This team will also be equipped with 4x4s to ease the evacuation process to the nearest PPS. The medical expertise teams also will be deployed to evacuate the patients with special medical equipment, PWDs, the pregnant and newborn babies. Ambulance will be available just in case if there are patients who needs to be treated in the hospitals. Once the flood victim reach the PPS, there will be another team available to assist them by delivering first-hand rescue and assistance. Common medical supplies and hygienes will be contributed by Mercy Malaysia. Besides that, medical screening will be conducted during their deployment to prevent them from getting common disease during the flood. Now, the floods has subsided and there are properties coated in mud, debris lying around and damaged furniture needs to be removed. Here, our projected phase, which is the recovery phase, starts. There will be volunteer teams which will be split up into several groups to help cleaning the affected homes of the flood victims. Besides cleaning up activities, they may take up around 2 to 3 days to complete. Our teams may give moral support to ease the trauma of families in the meantime. Donations of essential items consisting the pillows, maybe milk, dry food and others will be given to the flood victims too. Let's move on to the goals and objective of the Safe and Care for the Flood Victims project. This project aims to build a harmonious community around the developments of our project to a gated and guarded community. Second, we are responsible in ensuring the communities are in good health by providing them medical and humanitarian relief to the impacted areas in Kuala Nerus, Terengganu. Following that, this project is also being carried out in the hopes of helping to reduce the burden on Community Welfare Department, which is in line with Allianz corporate pillar of developing and supporting safe, sustained livelihood through societal resilience.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Fatina Jiha binti Muhammad Fazil and my metric number is 055630. Okay, next. I will continue to explain the target group, current socio-economic status of the area, and location for our CSR project. The first one is targeted group for our project. Our target community specifically minimize the flood victims in Kuala Nerus district, especially for group of people who are very vulnerable to this natural disaster, such as the elderly, residents who suffer from chronic health problems, and those who are most likely to be at risk if flood occur. Then, about the current socio-economic status of the area. Kuala Nerus consists of 8 districts with an area of 40,000 hectares and a total population of 154,900 people. As for the CSR project, we focus the scope of this flood relief operation project specifically on the Kuala Nerus district. Because, according to statistical data from the Department of Statistics Measure and the Population of Housing Census, Kuala Terengganu recorded that Kuala Nerus district has been affected in recent years. Thus, as been stated in the target group of the project, we will prioritize the 4 main categories of Kuala Nerus residents, which consist of students, senior citizens, children, and people with disability and chronic disease. Then, about location and place. Based on the latest record of floods in December 2022, Terengganu had the highest number of people who had to move out of their flood-hit homes, which indicates that the floods that hit the state are the worst so far. Kuala Nerus became the latest and the last of the 8 districts of Terengganu to be struck by the floods, with more than 40,000 people forced to flee their homes and seek shelter at the nearby PPS in Kuala Nerus. Therefore, for this project, we specifically decided to cover Kuala Nerus as it is a hotspot district affected by floods every year in Terengganu. So, that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siti Noraudah binti Ahmad. I will explain regarding financial plan for providing funding support affected flood communities in Kuala Nerus. As of 23rd December 2022, at least 3,561 people affected by floods. Estimated cost for this project would be 761,770 ringgit. Allianz Group collaborates with NADMA and Mercy for preparedness to overcome this situation. Nakma will responsibility in advisory weather forecast, while Mercy will provide immediate medical relief and allocate around 3,561 packs hygiene kits throughout the evacuation centres and from house to house. For our CSR project, we have 4 main sources of fund, which are: first, restricted donation, which are investors, contribution made by a donor for a specific goals, because these donations are limited for funding support to the flood victims in Kuala Nerus. Secondly, unrestricted donation. This fund can be used to meet the administrative expenditure and for basic operational support. They have to decide how their resources should be spent. Thank you. Next, I will pass to Atira to continue.
Next, I will continue. My name is Atira binti Farizalaruddin. My matric number is 055612. For the admin source of fund. Client contributions for Allianz RM1 per month is a shared obligation among members of a community to provide financial assistance to people who have suffered misfortune or difficulty as a result of flood. Little by little, a little becomes a lot, and every act counts no matter how small the amount is. Members of the Alliance agree to contribute a fixed amount of their assets to be utilized for mutual aid if any of their fellow members experience a loss. In reality, the enrollment purpose given says I or we agree to engage in this plan and agree to pay a contribution on the basis of donation to be utilized to support the other members in time of hardship. Okay, for the last main source of fund is donation through Touch and Go e-wallet. In this modernization era, most people are using cashless method and they prefer to use online transaction rather than traditional methods. One example of cashless method is Touch and Go e-wallet, which is give convenience to their user that provide many options. There's no need to carry a card, just use and make payment through mobile and it will be faster and easier. Maybe a lot of people didn't know that Touch and Go will also have be used as a medium for making donation for those who already registered for Touch and Go e-wallet. For donation on Touch and Go apps, they just click on donation part and then select any NGOs within the flood relief category, then enter the amount and payment details. This transaction is more simple and easier, and the money will be directly donated to the account. For estimate donation and other income, as we can see, we have unrestricted and restricted donation, which total amount is 295,000. For other income, contribution from Alliance clients, we collect RM 400,000, and the donation for Touch and Go wallet, we get around 100,000 ringgit Malaysian. So the total for donation and the income is 795,000. Is charitable expenditure. These expenses divided into 5 main expenditure. First is medical and health. It's more focused to people who have a crisis illness. Next is basic necessities. Provide diapers, milk formula, blanket, sanitary pad for each family. For sanitation, hygiene and food expenditure, we provide for each person, which is 3,561%. We give an extra 255 ringgit donation to one of the family members to aid them financially. For other expenditure, we also provide 5 towing units for automobiles that require it, and the expenses for petrol is 7,500 ringgit. We pay overturn towing survey with a 2% rotation every day. We also offer flat rescue training. Each household can send a representative to lead it. Lastly, we allocate expenses for volunteers such as an allowance food for each volunteer, and the total for the expenses is 761,770 ringgit. That's all from me.
Hello, my name is Nur Akila Farhana binti Abdul Harif, and my matric number is 055414. Next, I will present about the implementation schedule for this project. Flood emergency planning plays a vital role in overall flood management. The expected heaviest rainfall, which leads to flooding, has been announced and detected months before the actual event. Allianz began to conduct this project starting from October 2023. Data and statistics over the past 3 years, which is from 2020 to 2022, of flood-affected areas which is in Kuala Nerus, Terengganu, have been collected for this project. Care and Save the Flood Victims project by AMB will be implemented from October to January in 2 phases, which are flood preparedness, flood emergency response, and post-flood recovery. As can be seen from this Gantt chart, this project will begin with the Flood Survival Training Program, which will be held from 1st and 2nd week of October. Allianz also will make a survey on data of populations of residences with the help of Village of Heads. Following the Red Alert Level warning from Met Malaysia around early November, NATMA will issue its operational readiness notice of flood warnings. Allianz will send the flood emergency teams and volunteers to the flood-affected areas and begin to rescue the three flood victims, especially the elderly, critically ill patients, and children. Some volunteers will be assigned to flood relief centers to help distribute basic necessities and provide medical supplies to the flood victims. During the post-flood recovery around January, Allianz volunteer team will get ready to assist and help the flood victims by cleaning up affected residences, schools, and public buildings, repairing their items, and rebuilding their homes. The company will also activate its Fast Plus claim settlement initiative and towing assistance for customers affected by the floods. That's all from me. I will pass to Lisa.
Thanks, Akila. Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Nolisa. We continue the expected outcome for the ACSR project. This project made because we can see a direct benefit to society, environment, and the community. In addition, it has led a positive impact on the business internally. Besides, for residents, it can improve their readiness to face flood. In this project, we can come out with 3 expected outcomes, which are first, advantage to the company. For the company, we'll be able to increase sales and customer loyalty by offering our product. Since the target market is for people who are always involved in flood with disability and chronic disease, so we are more focused on the medical and hospitalization insurance compared to other products. Next, it allows our company to build trust and relationship with the resident because we are the only company that can help in that area and can differentiate our company from another competitor which help a company's brand recognition. With all these outcomes, it creates a positive business reputation that can attract many investors to invest in our company. The second expected outcome is the impact of society. With this CSR project, we can provide enough medical supply and a systematic flood recovery site for people that were affected by the flood, since we have the detail of residents in that area. Therefore, the resident in that area can make sufficient preparation because we have an early flood notification method. In this method also, we can reduce victim trapped in flood and less damage in terms of the vehicle and valuable because we are providing towing service for this CSR project. Lastly, it can improve the skill. In this project, we can see practical assistants as known as volunteer and household representatives that can improve their skill. In part of volunteer, they can improve their communication skill because they interact more with people so that they need use an appropriate language. Not only that, they also can improve the interpersonal skill because at that time, not everyone has the willingness to get their basic needs met immediately after a flood. As part of role as household representative, we provide to them a training on how to deal with flood so it can improve their ability to survive on natural disaster. Now, I will pass to my colleague Afifa to conclude our project.
We might draw the conclusion that lack of public awareness, inadequate drainage system, the quick development of infrastructure project, heavy rainfall, and a lack of coordination between agencies when implementing the disaster management cycle are the major barriers to putting in place an efficient flood disaster management system. In order to help Terengganu become a more resilient state, Numerous organizations, particularly local, must identify the issue and the viable remedies. We believe that by demonstrating how a CSR project can be implemented as a regular activity, more organizations will follow our lead and conduct similar projects. Since flooding has been a recurring natural disaster in Malaysia, corporate social responsibility (CSR) projects dealing to it are significant. Implementing care and Save the Flood Victim project under Allianz4Good as the yearly corporate social responsibility (CSR) initiative will also be beneficial for both Alliance Malaysia Berhad AMB and the affected communities. That's all from our group. Thank you for lending your ears.